You're such an asshole!
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you have questions and need the swift kick in the ass from the older brother you never had, which would be me. Thomas writes, per recommendation of a friend, I've started watching your videos in efforts to try and figure out where I need to be in my studies, as I currently have no idea. My name is Thomas, and I'm currently 21 and have been bouncing back and forth for 2.5 years. Sorry. He's writing it correctly for once I'm misreading wrong, which means I'm reading right. For 2.5 years at the same community college in efforts that one day I'll be able to figure out my goals. Any help would be appreciated. Also, something to mention is that 2 months ago I was medically disqualified from entrance in the military, so I can't recommend the military. Subjects I'm now interested in have subjects I am now or have been interested in is medicine, prosthetics, and or surgery, business, computer science, and helping community-wide organizations. That doesn't deserve the one hand or the two hand. That requires the big arm jerk off, because that is fucking bullshit. Actually, hang on, let me... No, it's downstairs. I'm going to be doing these segments every time I see Wendy's helping poor kids. Let's fight children. I'm taking a picture of it, and I'm going to find out whether one, these things ever actually succeed. Two, if the problem's even solvable. Dude, don't be a millennial cunt. You're not going to help community-wide organizations. That's bullshit, okay? You go get your vagina and you go help out the girls in the sociology department, and then you go act all upset when you don't make the money. All right, here's the thing. Let me just... The fields you're interested in, this is page 1, and this is normal. This is why I wrote the book Reconnaissance Man. Because all you guys, you kids, you're coming out of high school, and let's admit it, I don't care what these people or teachers or administrators say. When you're in K through 13 or K through 12, you're not alive. Your brain is operating at probably 10%, maybe 15% its potential, because it's a prison. It's a mental prison. So no thought, no time, even though it's like 13 years, no time has gone into what should I do for a living. You're just trying to get through the next day of school and hoping this 13-year prison sentence ends. So it's no shock to me why you don't have a clue what you want to do, because you haven't been out in the real world long enough. And you certainly haven't spent any time in school evaluating, researching, and trying to figure out what different degrees, fields, and disciplines may be of interest to you. So this is why I recommend taking as much time. I'm serious. Take a fucking decade if you need. This is normally, again, the reason why I recommend the military, but you can't go in the military. Because until you figure out who you are and what you are and where you fit in this life, blah, 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 it's pointless to invest money in your long-term career, future, and goals. Now, you may think that you've been wasting your time and that you're a loser. You are not. Because you have taken your time and because you've gone in and out of community college, all you've done is gotten rid of all your prereqs, which are going to be, you're going to have to take those anyway, so you didn't waste your time in college. And two, in going in and out, you probably have kept your finances in pretty good shape. So even though compared to all the dipshits now who are graduating with their masters in business administration, you're going to start to see your age group at least start to go like this, and you just kind of go like this. So you're not going to have this crippling debt. You're not going to have a worthless degree. You're not going to have shitty jobs that you're like, what? This isn't what I was expecting. And now is the time where you're going to be like, oh shit, you dodged a bullet. You thought you missed out on life. You think you have dodged a bullet. However, this does not solve your current problem. What should you study or what should you major in? Now, what I recommend you do, this is what you do have to study, and this is what you have to, quote, major in now in the meantime, and that is, what do you like? Now, you have some options here. I do like medicine. I like surgery or prosthetics. I like computer science, but business and helping community-wide organizations right there. That's number 3. That's your third option right there. Don't even fucking waste your time. Don't even, all right? If you're going to go into accounting, I'd say maybe, but business is a bullshit degree. Okay, so is community-wide, sociology, women's study, whatever the fucking bullshit. But there may be other areas you like as well. So what I would recommend you do, if you have the time and if you have the finances, I don't know if you're still living with your folks or whatever, but you should, with whatever resources you can, at night, what I'd recommend you do is you go and you take Khan's Academy classes, you watch YouTube. I mean, seriously, this is your studying. This is what you're going to do, is you're going to find out what other fields you might be interested in. Find out now, and think about the math on this. If you spend, let's say you spend an entire night. Oh my God, it's an entire Saturday night. I could have gone out and maybe not gotten laid. You spend 3 hours or 4 hours researching what it's like to be a surgeon, and you find out, God, I don't want to be a surgeon. It doesn't sound that interesting anymore to me. That 4 hours just saved you 8 fucking years of medical school. So this upfront work, this research to find out whether or not you'd like to do some or become some, fully and thoroughly researching these different fields and options, that is time incredibly well spent. Incredibly well spent. Because how do you, these fucking dipshits, they like the lawyers are the common ones. I majored in law, and I would never go and major in law again. I was like, well, what the fuck? You know, why you just wasted 3 years, and Lord knows, $250,000 of money. So that's what you gotta do. And then the next thing, go and study computer science. Maybe take some classes online, learn how to program. There is all this stuff you could do for free online to shadow or phantom or sample these classes without dropping a penny on tuition and without having to get up off your ass and commute, pay for parking, go listen to some ponytail wearing dipshit who doesn't realize the 60s are over, flabbergasted about whatever kind of bullshit that these baby boomer dying breed professors talk about. So every night at least 1 hour you're going to be studying. Take your weekends off. You're going to be studying, what do I want to become? Oh, this is kind of interesting, that's kind of interesting. Now the daytime, what I would do, I'm sure maybe you have a regular job that you do, but maybe if you have extra time or you don't have a job, dude, I would try the craziest ass fucking shit for jobs. Now, realize the jobs aren't going to pay a lot, and a lot of this is going to depend on whether your parents are at home and they can subsidize you or you have very little expenses. But I always wondered, well, let's just put it this way. Everything I thought I'd be good at, I was horrible at, or at least the world didn't pay me. Like, I'm a great economist, but the world doesn't pay me for that. I was a great analyst. People didn't, they wanted me to lie. But everything I think I'd suck at, I was great at. Like ballroom dancing. I never thought that I'd be a great ballroom dance instructor. And to this day, I'm pretty much the best one I know. And that's not bullshit. I am damn good. So there, who knew? Who fucking knew? Author. There's another fucking thing. I never got above a C. I mean, a C was like an A+ in my world for all my English and literature classes. And now here I am, I fucking write more books than I read them. And they're good books, alright? So, what I recommend, especially to a younger person, don't worry if you're gonna get fired. What I would try shit you never thought. Car salesman, I'm kind of bored out of my mind. I wouldn't mind trying to maybe go be a used car salesman, because I never thought I'd be good at it. It never interested me. Now I'm starting to think, well shit, I don't know what I'm fucking good at, what the world, maybe I'd be the world's greatest car salesman ever. Maybe you're actually good with kids. Who the fuck knows? Maybe you should go work at a daycare. Although you're a guy, they think you're all creepy and everything. So I kind of avoid that world. What else? Bartender. Something that is maybe entry level. Go out there in the want ads. Kind of watch Yes Man with Jim Carrey. See what's out there in the meantime, and try your hand at some part-time jobs, and see if you don't excel. And the worst thing that's going to happen, you make a little bit of money and you'll find out you're not good at something. But along the way, you're going to learn a lot more about yourself. And then all of a sudden you'll say, like, I have. And then over time, let's say a year or so of you trying different jobs and you studying at night what you want to do, it's going to become very apparent all of a sudden, like, holy shit, this is what I want to do. Or maybe you're just meant to be an Uber driver. Maybe you're just like, no, I like Uber driving. That's it. So that's what it's going to. The other thing, and hang on, let me get it because this is very important. I'm not doing it just to promote myself. I'm doing that. I'm doing it to promote myself and because it's very swear. Get this fucking book. Get it. Get this fucking book. It's, I don't know, what is it? $11 paperback, 4 Kindle, and then the audiobook, if you're like me, you don't like reading, it's an audio too. The whole point of that book is to use the fact that we could talk about where you are right now, physically living geographically. What I have found is if I had spent my time traveling around the United States, I would have figured out who the hell I was a lot quicker, and more importantly, where the fuck I belonged. because where you live, your environment affects not only your options, but who you're hanging out with, who you're going to be dating, etc., etc. And if you could go and travel around the country, I mean, I'm not joking. Hang on, let me find if I can find a picture here. It's got great, nice pictures, and all taken by me, by the way. Places I've been. This is a cool one. This is that's over in Cortez, Colorado. Those old Utah Indian dwellings. And it's great. Oh, there's Tinsley. Yeah, there's just a lot of great pictures. Let me get the maps. There. So I go through it methodically and I start whittling out the different states where it's like, no, don't fucking go there. Don't fucking go there. Try this place. Try that place. And what you'll do, not kind of like, you trying different careers, becoming a used car salesman, Uber driver, whatever else, you're going to find out a lot more about yourself, and then you're going to start being able to answer your questions. What should I do? If you have some downtime, read this fucking book, go to the places I recommend, and worst comes to worst, you're going to see some amazing fucking shit. All right? You're going to see the best fucking shit in the country. All right? But then you'll also find out a lot about yourself along the way because you're driving along. You'll be able to think of things through. There's a lot of nothingness to get to the cool places in this country. Give you time to sit and meditate. And then also it's like, holy shit, not only do I want to become an Uber driver, I belong in, name your place, Dallas, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Boise, Idaho, maybe not, Colorado Junction, Grand Junction, Colorado. It'll become apparent, but you're not going to figure out where you belong in this world, what your true calling is, if you just sit in your fucking ass in Podunk, Ohio. So, that's your other goal. Get this fucking book and read it. All you fuckers out there, too, get this fucking book. It's not just for kids. It's for you 30, 40-somethings. Well, my life didn't turn out the way. Oh, do you want to waste the remaining half of your life? No? Well, get this fucking book. Anyway, so that's it. Hope that helped out. For the rest of you, everybody go to assholeconsulting.com. You got questions, you need guidance, leadership, wisdom, swift kick in the ass. Go to Amazon.com, search my name, Aaron Clary, get my fucking books. Go and listen to the podcast. It's the Clary Podcast, which I got to do one later on today. Just go, buy my shit and give me your fucking money. That's all we got. Toodles.